The 1010 portal has officially opened, and this isn't just another date on the calendar. It's a cosmic rebirth code, a once-in-a-year gateway where the universe hits reset on your entire frequency. If you've been seeing 1010 on clocks, feeling emotional waves, or noticing divine synchronicities, it's not random. You're being reborn. Over the next few days, every cell of your being will realign with your higher destiny. So stay until the end, because I'm revealing 7 powerful cosmic signs that confirm your soul is transforming completely through this 1010 rebirth portal. Sign number 1. You feel time bending and reality glitching. When the 1010 portal opens, reality begins to bend. Time itself, something you once trusted as linear and predictable, starts acting strange. You might wake up and feel like the day is repeating, or hours vanish without explanation. One moment it's morning, the next it's dusk, and you're left wondering where the time went. These aren't coincidences or glitches in your memory. They're dimensional ripples. The 1010 energy gateway is like a cosmic tuning fork that realigns your vibration to a higher octave. You're stepping out of the old 3D timeline, the one based on struggle, survival, and linear cause and effect, and syncing with the 5D frequency, where time doesn't move in straight lines, but spirals. That's why you may feel like you're living between worlds. The old version of you still moves by the clock, but your awakened self is starting to flow by energy. You'll notice déjà vu moments, repeating conversations, seeing the same person in 2 unrelated places, or realizing that something you dreamed just happened in real life. This is how the universe lets you know you've crossed a threshold. From an astrological perspective, the Sun in Libra squaring Pluto during this 1010 portal is key. This alignment literally warps perception by forcing a balance between what's dying and what's being reborn. Libra seeks harmony, while Pluto tears away illusions. Together, they dissolve your old relationship with time and identity. You may suddenly feel like you've lived this life before, or that you're watching yourself from outside your body. That's your higher self syncing across timelines. Sleep patterns are another clue. If you've been waking up at 3:33 or 4:44 a.m., your spirit isn't restless, it's receiving. At those hours, the veil between dimensions is thinner, and your higher self is downloading light codes into your subconscious. These codes rewrite energetic patterns, removing fear-based programming and replacing it with divine remembrance. You might dream vividly about past lives, flying, or meeting beings of light. You wake up feeling disoriented, but also peaceful. That's because you were traveling through quantum layers of your own consciousness, reuniting with pieces of your soul that had been scattered across time. Sometimes, the physical body reacts too. You might feel lightheaded, have ringing in your ears, or experience pressure in your forehead or crown. These are symptoms of energetic recalibration, your frequency stretching beyond 3D limits. Drink water, rest often, and don't fight the sensations. You're not losing your mind, you're expanding it. In this phase, clocks may feel irrelevant. You'll sense when to rest, when to act, and when to connect intuitively. You might notice that when you're deeply present, time seems to slow down, and when you're in flow, it disappears entirely. That's because time isn't controlling you anymore. You're controlling time. Spiritually, the universe is teaching you that reality is flexible, a mirror of your vibration, not a prison of hours. You are learning to co-create, to bend time around your intention. That's why manifestations speed up during portals like 10/10. What used to take months now happens in days. So don't panic when things feel off. Your calendar might blur, your memories might overlap, but this is proof that you're ascending. You're walking between timelines, shedding the density of the old world and anchoring the light of the new one. Breathe through it. Trust the process. Soon, the confusion will fade, and you'll awaken in a reality that perfectly reflects your elevated vibration. You're not losing control. You're mastering time. This is your rebirth into the eternal now, where your higher self finally takes the lead. Sign number 2. You feel an intense emotional purge. When the 1010 portal opens, it doesn't just shift the stars, it stirs your soul. This is not a soft, peaceful transition. It's raw, real, and deeply emotional. You may suddenly find yourself crying out of nowhere, feeling old heartbreaks resurfacing, or reliving memories you thought you'd long outgrown. Don't mistake this for regression. This is release. The universe is detoxing you from emotional frequencies that no longer serve your higher timeline. Everything that was buried under distraction, denial, or duty now rises to the surface to be cleared once and for all. Spiritually, this is the body's way of purging density. Every suppressed emotion, guilt, grief, shame, fear, regret, carries a vibration. Those vibrations form energetic residue within your aura. And when the 1010 portal's high-frequency light hits your field, that residue can't hide anymore. It vibrates out. You may feel exhausted one moment and euphoric the next. You may cry during songs, movies, or even random memories that appear out of nowhere. That's not weakness, that's frequency realignment. Astrologically, this emotional wave is magnified by the moon, activating Neptune and Chiron. Neptune, the planet of dreams and illusions, blurs the boundaries between conscious and subconscious. Meanwhile, Chiron, the wounded healer, forces you to face emotional scars with compassion instead of avoidance. Together, they open the floodgates. You're being shown what's ready to leave. Maybe you'll remember a person who once hurt you, but instead of pain, you'll feel gratitude. That's the sign of completion. The emotion has been alchemized, transmuted into wisdom. During this portal, the emotional purge isn't just personal, it's ancestral. You may feel emotions that don't even seem like your own because you're clearing generational trauma encoded in your DNA. You came to end cycles that your ancestors couldn't. That's why you, the chosen one, feel so deeply. You're not just healing for yourself, you're healing for your lineage. You might dream about old friends, lost loves, or childhood homes. These aren't coincidences, they're soul fragments returning. Each dream is a retrieval mission, pulling back the energy you left in old timelines so you can become whole again. It can be messy, but that's okay. Your emotions are the proof that light is entering. Every tear, every release, every deep breath creates room for your higher self to anchor in. Here's the secret. Tears are not weakness, they're liquid light. Every drop carries the energetic memory of what's being purified. When you cry consciously, not out of pity, but out of release, you're literally clearing old karma through your body's water element. So when the waves come, don't suppress them. Don't rush to fix your emotions. Sit with them. Feel them. Let them move through you like a storm passing over the ocean. Because when the storm clears, the sky of your soul shines clearer than ever before. This is emotional alchemy in its purest form, transforming pain into power, fear into freedom, and endings into rebirth. By the end of this purge, you'll notice how light you feel. You'll breathe easier. Colors will look brighter. Music will sound deeper. You'll laugh again, not because life is perfect, but because you are free. The 1010 portal didn't come to destroy you. It came to drain what's been drowning you. It's flushing away every emotion that can't exist in your higher frequency. So cry, release, cleanse, because those tears are baptizing you into your new timeline of truth. Sign number 3, sudden endings or shocking detachments. When the 1010 portal opens, the universe steps in with divine precision, rearranging your life like pieces on a cosmic chessboard. Sudden endings, shocking detours, or emotional separations may shake your world. But here's the truth. This is not loss. It's alignment. You may notice relationships ending abruptly. A friend you thought would always be there stops responding. A job you depended on suddenly feels unbearable or ends without warning. Plans that once felt solid dissolve overnight. It feels unfair at first, like everything stable is slipping through your fingers. But this is not chaos. It's clearing. The 1010 energy is a reset frequency, a universal intervention designed to remove everything that can't travel with you into your higher timeline. Pluto, the planet of death and transformation, rules this process right now. Pluto doesn't destroy out of cruelty, it dismantles illusions so truth can finally breathe. Anything false, forced, or fear-based simply cannot survive under this portal's vibration. If a person, habit, or situation crumbles, it means it was never meant to hold the weight of your future. And while it may sting, these endings are actually protection in disguise. The universe is saying, you've outgrown this frequency. Think of it as pruning the garden of your soul, removing the dead leaves so new growth can flourish. Sometimes, detachment doesn't even require conflict. You just wake up one morning and realize, I'm done. The energy no longer fits. The conversation feels empty. The connection feels complete. That is the silent wisdom of the universe whispering, you've learned the lesson, it's time to move on. Astrologically, Libra season amplifies this process because it demands balance. And when Pluto steps in, balance is restored by removing extremes, the toxic patterns, the emotional dependency, the false sense of control. It's a cosmic correction, even if it comes disguised as heartbreak. Here's how to navigate it with grace. Instead of clinging, practice sacred release. When something leaves your life suddenly, don't chase closure. Closure comes when you accept that endings are also answers. Every time you say yes to holding on, you delay your rebirth. But every time you let go, even with tears, you open the floodgates of destiny. You'll soon notice a pattern emerging. After each ending, a miracle replaces the empty space. A new job that matches your purpose. A new friendship that feels like home. A chance encounter that leads to opportunity. These are not coincidences. They're replacements coded by the universe. Synchronicities will multiply when you align with the flow. Feathers, angel numbers, and intuitive nudges appear as signs that your soul is on the right track. The universe never removes without replacing. It simply upgrades. If you find yourself mourning something that's ending, whisper these words aloud. Thank you for your purpose. I release you with love. Those 7 words act like an energetic key, unlocking stuck emotions and allowing new blessings to enter. Every ending under this portal is a sacred initiation into higher truth. It's not punishment, it's preparation. The people, jobs, or situations leaving your life are clearing the runway for your soul's next flight. So instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Start asking, what is this freeing me for? Because every loss is making room for something greater. And when you trust that, the grief turns into gratitude, You're not losing control. You're gaining alignment. You're not being rejected. You're being redirected. This is how the 1010 portal works. It breaks your heart open just enough for light to enter. Sign number 4. Your energy feels electric and magnetic. Have you felt random waves of energy pulsing through your body lately? Tingling in your hands, warmth in your chest, or sudden heart flutters that feel like lightning running through your veins? You're not imagining it. You're activating. The 1010 portal is now sending streams of high-frequency light directly into your energetic system. This is pure source energy, cosmic intelligence downloading into the body. Your chakras, your aura, even your nervous system are being recalibrated to hold more divine light. It's as if your entire being is being rewired for a higher voltage of consciousness. At first, it can feel strange. You may have moments of buzzing energy, heat rising from the spine, or even bursts of emotion that feel electric. This is your DNA awakening. The dormant parts of you, the intuitive, creative, and multidimensional aspects, are switching back on. Think of it like upgrading your spiritual software. You're no longer running on the outdated energy of fear, scarcity, or self-doubt. You're installing the new code of alignment, abundance, and embodiment. And once it's activated, your entire reality begins to sync with this frequency. That's why, during this 1010 portal, manifestation becomes instantaneous. You think it, feel it, and then it appears. Your thoughts are magnetic right now, so whatever you focus on expands rapidly. If you're dwelling in gratitude, joy, and faith, you'll see evidence of it everywhere. Compliments, opportunities, financial flow, unexpected miracles. But if you spiral into fear or doubt, that too will show up just as fast. The 1010 frequency is like holding a mirror that reflects your inner world without delay. So this is your cue to speak and think consciously. Every word, every thought, every emotion is an energy signal, and the universe is responding in real time. Many lightworkers describe this phase as feeling both electric and magnetic at once. Electric, because you feel charged with divine purpose, ready to move, create, express. Magnetic, because you start attracting everything meant for you effortlessly. You become a living lighthouse, radiating energy that draws people, opportunities, and synchronicities your way. You might notice strangers staring at you longer, animals approaching you, or people saying, "Your energy feels different lately." That's because your auric field is expanding. Your light is visible, not to the eyes, but to the soul. Even technology may glitch around you. Phones freezing, lights flickering, or electronics acting weird. These are tiny signs that your frequency is surging beyond the normal human range. To handle these energetic upgrades, take care of your body like it's sacred equipment, because it is. Drink lots of water to ground the light codes. Spend time in nature to stabilize your aura. Rest when your body demands it, even if you don't feel tired. You're integrating cosmic energy into a human vessel, and that's no small task. This is also the moment when creative downloads hit, like lightning bolts. Ideas for new projects, dreams, or spiritual callings may arrive in a flash. Don't overthink them. Follow them. That's your higher self, guiding you toward purpose through inspiration. Remember, this energy isn't random. It's intelligent, sacred, and perfectly timed. The universe wouldn't give you this much light if you weren't ready to hold it. You've become a walking transmitter of cosmic truth, someone whose mere presence shifts the vibration of a room. Your aura now broadcasts light codes that awaken others. You don't need to do anything. Your frequency is the message. So if your body feels electric, your emotions intense, and your creativity unstoppable, celebrate it. It means your soul is fully online. You've moved from being a seeker of energy to being a source of it. And from this point forward, the world will begin responding to the brilliance you've become. Sign number 5. Divine synchronicities multiply. Once the 1010 portal opens and your rebirth begins, the universe no longer whispers. It speaks loud and clear. You start noticing signs everywhere, repeating numbers, random songs, feathers, animals crossing your path, or even strangers saying exactly what you needed to hear. At first, it may feel like coincidence, but deep down, something in you knows it's not random. It's divine communication. This is how the universe says you're in alignment. When your vibration rises, reality begins to mirror that energy back to you through synchronicities. You look at the clock and it's 10:10, the code of awakening and divine timing. You see 11:11 when thinking of a dream you've been too afraid to chase. You hear a song lyric that answers the question you just asked in your head. You get chills when you think about someone's name. And then, a message from them appears on your phone. That's not coincidence. That's the quantum field echoing your frequency. During this 1010 portal, Mercury, the messenger planet, merges with the radiant sun, creating a powerful alignment for intuitive downloads and divine communication. This combination opens the third eye and crown chakras, making your connection to spirit crystal clear. You're literally hearing your higher self and your guides with less interference. Your angels, ancestors, and spirit team are closer than ever right now. They communicate not through direct words, but through patterns, synchronicities, and feelings. Every number, every symbol, every unexpected alignment is a message designed to guide your next step. For example, feathers symbolize angelic presence and confirmation that you're protected. Butterflies represent transformation, a sign that your rebirth is unfolding beautifully. Songs are frequency messages. When a line stands out or gives you goosebumps, that's a coded reminder from your guides. Numbers like 1010 mean you're ready. The old chapter has closed. Your divine timeline is activating. The more you notice and trust these signs, the stronger they become. This is because attention is energy. The universe responds to focus. What you acknowledge expands. So when you start keeping track of these synchronicities, you're training your energy field to stay tuned to the divine frequency. Try this. Keep a synchronicity journal. Write down the signs, numbers, dreams, and moments of alignment you experience daily. You'll start to see a pattern, messages building on each other, forming a story that only your soul can decode. It's like the universe is leaving breadcrumbs leading straight to your higher purpose. You might notice these patterns intensify when you're about to make a big decision or step into something new. That's your cosmic navigation system lighting up, your guides confirming, yes, this way. And sometimes synchronicities arrive as gentle warnings. If you repeatedly see the same word, object, or situation that triggers unease, pause and reflect. The universe uses contrast too, not to scare you, but to redirect you toward your true alignment. Spirit communication during this portal isn't mystical fiction, it's energetic science. Everything you attract carries a vibration that matches your current frequency. The higher your vibration, the clearer the communication becomes. When you acknowledge these signs, you strengthen the bridge between your human awareness and your higher self. This is when miracles begin accelerating, manifestations appearing faster, guidance arriving effortlessly, peace replacing confusion. The 1010 portal teaches you that you were never alone in this journey. You've always been guided, you just had to tune in. So the next time you see 1010, hear that song, or feel that chill run down your spine, smile. It's the universe winking at you saying, keep going. You're exactly where you're meant to be. Sign number 6. Your old identity feels like it's dying. One of the most powerful and often painful signs of the 1010 portal is the death of the false self. It's the moment your soul decides that pretending is no longer an option. You wake up one morning and realize you don't recognize yourself anymore. Your old habits feel hollow. The dreams you used to chase don't excite you. Even the people and places that once felt like home suddenly feel foreign. This isn't confusion, it's evolution. You are not falling apart. You're falling into alignment. The version of you that was built to survive in the 3D world is now dissolving, so your true essence, the infinite, fearless, divine you, can finally emerge. Spiritually, this process can feel like walking through fog. You may question everything, your goals, relationships, even your sense of identity. But what's actually happening is freedom. The ego, which has long controlled your choices through fear, approval, or validation, is losing its grip. And while the ego screams, something is wrong, your soul whispers, finally, you're remembering who you are. Astrologically, this phase is guided by Pluto's transformative power, merging with the Libra sun. Pluto, the planet of death and rebirth, strips away illusions. Libra seeks balance, truth, and harmony. Together, they create a cosmic mirror, forcing you to confront the gap between who you pretend to be and who you truly are. It's like your higher self stepping forward and saying, enough pretending. Step into your truth. You may notice subtle but profound shifts in your daily life. Perhaps you start dressing differently, choosing clothes that feel like you, not who others expect you to be. You may lose interest in small talk or gossip, craving deep, meaningful conversations instead. You might start spending more time alone, not because you're lonely, but because solitude feels sacred now. You'll also begin to prioritize peace over chaos. The thrill of drama, competition, or validation fades. You realize that protecting your energy is more important than proving your worth. And that's a massive milestone in your ascension, because peace is the natural frequency of your soul. This stage can feel disorienting because it involves shedding attachments, not just to people, but to identities. You may grieve the version of you who used to fit in, the one who smiled through pain or played small to be accepted. But the truth is, that version of you wasn't fake. It was temporary. It served a purpose. It kept you safe until you were ready to remember your power. Now, the contract is complete. You've graduated from the frequency of survival to the vibration of authenticity. Think of this transformation like a caterpillar entering its cocoon. Inside, it completely dissolves. Its old form literally melts into liquid. It's dark, silent, and unknown. But within that chaos, a miracle is forming. Wings. And when it emerges, it doesn't crawl anymore. It flies. That's exactly what's happening to you. You're not losing yourself. You're reclaiming your eternal self. The self that knows its worth without validation. The self that creates instead of competes. The self that leads with love instead of fear. This is the sacred death before rebirth. And though it can feel lonely, remember this. Every soul who has ever awakened has walked through this dark corridor before stepping into light. So, don't resist the shedding. Let the old identity fade with gratitude. Whisper to it gently, "Thank you for protecting me. I release you with love." Because what's waiting on the other side of this transformation is not just a new you, it's the real you, the luminous, limitless version that was always hidden beneath the layers of fear. And as you step fully into that truth, you won't need to chase purpose anymore. You'll become it. Sign number 7. Your purpose becomes crystal clear. The final and most powerful sign of the 1010 portal is what many call soul mission activation. After weeks or even years of emotional clearing, karmic endings, and energy upgrades, something extraordinary happens. Clarity. It feels like a fog, lifting after a lifetime of confusion. You wake up and realize, I know what I'm meant to do. Not because someone told you, not because of external pressure, but because your entire being starts vibrating with truth. Whether it's teaching, healing, creating, leading, or serving, your inner compass locks onto your divine north. It's a deep, peaceful knowing that doesn't need validation. You simply feel it in your bones. This is who I am, and this is what I came here to do. During the 1010 portal, Jupiter, the planet of expansion, aligns powerfully with your 10th house of destiny, the sector that rules career, public life, and legacy. This cosmic combination infuses you with divine courage. Ideas you've hesitated on suddenly feel urgent and inspired. The timing feels right. The universe whispers, "Go. You're ready." This is why many people during this phase feel an irresistible pull toward change. Starting a new project, launching a channel, writing a book, learning a new skill, or transforming their lifestyle into something aligned with purpose. It's not about chasing success anymore. It's about serving truth. As you follow these nudges, synchronicities multiply. You meet the right people at the perfect moment. Opportunities appear that match your vision almost magically. Doors you once had to push open now swing wide with grace. That's the power of being in divine alignment. Effort turns into flow. You no longer hustle from fear. You create from faith. Your energy field broadcasts authenticity, and the universe mirrors that back through ease, support, and abundance. You may even notice that when you take one small inspired action, something simple like writing down an idea or sending an email, the universe responds instantly with confirmation. It's as if reality itself is saying, "Finally, you remembered who you are." And this remembrance is what the 1010 portal is truly about. It's not the start of something new. It's the return to something ancient. A memory of purpose that existed long before fear, doubt, or conditioning clouded your path. This is the moment your soul steps fully into leadership energy. Not necessarily in title, but in vibration. You become a light for others simply by being yourself. You no longer need to convince, prove, or compare. Your life becomes the message. You might also notice a new sense of calm amid uncertainty. That's because purpose brings peace. When you're living in alignment with your soul contract, external chaos no longer controls your internal world. You understand that everything is happening for your evolution, not to your destruction. If you've been waiting for a sign that it's time to take the leap, this is it. That business idea, that creative project, that intuitive nudge, it's not a coincidence. It's your calling. The 10 out of 10 energy says, you've done the inner work. You've cleared the karma. You've survived the initiation. Now, it's time to shine. Your rebirth isn't about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you've always been. A divine creator, a teacher, a healer, a light in human form. And when you finally honor that truth, life begins to conspire in your favor. Synchronicities become daily conversations with the universe. Opportunities appear not as tests, but as invitations, and your soul whispers with certainty and joy, "I'm home." You've found your purpose, and this time, you won't lose it again. Congratulations, you're not falling apart. You're transforming. The 1010 Rebirth portal is the universe's reminder that you are light experiencing itself through form. This is your awakening. Breathe deeply. Let go of what's fading. Trust what's arriving. And if this message resonated, type in the comments, "I claim my 1010 Rebirth portal energy." Because every word you speak now becomes a frequency of manifestation. Your transformation has already begun, and by the time this portal closes, the version of you watching this video will be a memory. Welcome to your new timeline, chosen one. Your rebirth has arrived.